All right, so we are here at the beautiful Sullivan Vineyards. My name is Katie Hamilton Schaefer, founder of Feast It Forward and Toolbox Wine Company, and we are here for the first annual Feastival, Feasting It Forward for Case for a Cause, raising a glass in awareness. Cheers. Cheers, 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 cheers. And I am with a few people here, two of my very dear friends, Mark and Brenda Lormer, the founders of the Napa Valley Film Festival that is taking place in November, and we have some exciting things to talk about, along with Ross Sullivan and Sean Sullivan of Sullivan Family Vineyards. And we're going to discuss, and by the way, you guys look stunning in your pink, promoting, you know, your support of breast cancer awareness. And we have here at Feastival, we're pouring your rosé, your pink ink. And that's perfect for the day. I was concerned when it was blasting rain last night that this was going to be, I was like, no, somebody's playing an evil trick on me. So what we're doing here, what I thought would be cool, is you have the world premiere coming up of SOMM, which is a documentary about how hard of a process it is for getting your Master Quart Sommelier license. I mean, there's only 187 in the world. So what I wanted to do was, we have no clue what these are. Ross and Sean of Sullivan Vineyards, I thought, would serve us a few things. We would, sense them, talk about it, and just kind of make our critiques and guesses, and learn a little bit about your winemaking practices and about what SOMM is about. So I know what's best, and I know you're a great talker, but I'm going to hand this straight to your wife.
No worries.
We are so excited for this movie. I mean, it is not only a documentary, and people think documentaries are sort of boring and bland. It's like, oh, it's going to be, just a slow story. This is the absolute opposite of that. It's a movie about 4 young guys who were living in San Francisco at the time, who were studying for and then taking the Master Sommelier test. And like Katie said, literally, it's the hardest test in the world. I mean, less than 200 people ever in the entire world have ever passed the Master Sommelier test. So this movie not only goes through the process, but it examines these 4 guys' lives as they're studying for this test, which you can imagine alienates their friends and their spouses. And the drama behind the scenes with these 4 guys is just unbelievably intense and very, very, very funny. I mean, you're laughing, you're rolling in the aisles, you're cheering, you're yelling at the screen going, go, go! So it's like Rocky with wine, something like that. Anyway, I think it's an extraordinary movie, and to get the world premiere of it over Toronto, Berlin, and Sundance, we are very proud at the Napa Valley Film Festival. So, as it should be. So, opening night, Wednesday, November 7th. So that's a little bit about the wine, and I'm inspired right here.
Hi. Well, actually, we heard about SOMM from a few folks around the valley actually asking us after last November's first festival, which came off really well. It was great. Made a big splash here. And then we had people saying, you guys know about this movie SOMM? I don't think it's ready yet. It couldn't have been in the first festival last November, but I think it's almost ready. Do you know about it? Do you know about it? We kept hearing about that from several different people, and we hadn't actually heard of it. So we had some people do a little digging, and we finally found out where the director was. I got in touch with him. We stalked him. Jason Wise, a fantastic young filmmaker. I found him in Los Angeles. We got on the phone, went down. Brenda and I actually went down to L.A. We made a dinner date. Interestingly, one of the 4 guys who's the subject of the film, who's trying to pass the Master Sommelier exam, lives here in the Bay Area, but was so excited about the prospect of them world premiering in Napa, he flew down as well, unbeknownst to us, to have dinner with us in Los Angeles with the director, which was hilarious. So anyway, had a wonderful dinner, drank a lot of great wine, talked quite a bit about the film and what they've been doing. They've been working on this thing for almost 3 years. And with the complete blessing of the Court of Sommeliers, the first time the court has ever let a filmmaker anywhere near the exam. So it really is the real scoop, and it's so exciting. And this is kind of fun. We have 3 reds in front of us. In the actual tasting portion of the Master Sommelier exam, they have 3 whites and 3 reds, and they have, as Katie said, no idea what the wines are, where they're from, how old they are, and they have 25 minutes to go through, just a little over 4 minutes per wine. And they have a system. They actually do have a system called the grid, and they work through the grid, and it's a way that they've trained themselves over the years to actually identify wines. Watching them do this, it's like rapping about wine. We can't even pretend to it, but it is so cool. It's so cool. It's so inspiring. And it's only one of 3 parts in the film. They also have a part that's all about the actual service of wine at the table and how professional they are, how well dressed and groomed, and the way they deal with customer complaints and issues. Take this wine back, or what, all that kind of cool stuff. And then they have an actual knowledge and theory portion, and they have to pass all 3 parts to actually earn the master sommelier. Something like only 2% of the people that have ever taken this test pass it, which is why it is considered the most difficult test in the world. Pretty cool. We're very excited. The film is actually not yet complete. We saw a rough cut about 2 months ago, and they're working on final music and color correction, laying down the original score. We saw it was temporary music. These are all the interesting issues involved in making a completed film. It was fabulous when we saw it. Frankly, we can't wait to see the finished film Wednesday, November 7th at the Napa Valley Opera House, the world premiere of SOMM. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you have not gotten your Napa Valley Film Festival tickets, the November 7th to the 13th, right? 11th? 7 to 11. You can go on, of course, napavalleyfilmfest.com.org. But yeah, I want to thank Sullivan Vineyards for hosting this. In our Case for a Cause 12-pack right now, my Toolbox Pinot Grigio is featured. Sullivan Vineyards Pink Ink is featured. And if you have not purchased your case and want to experience the VIP Cabana section with our next featured wines, I believe your Cabernet is being featured, and my Cabernet Thirst Blend is being featured. So, again, thank you, everybody, for feasting it forward, raising a glass.
Very good.
Join Napa Valley Film Fest, and if you've not visited Sullivan, check it out. Cheers.
Thank you.